What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. So, getting into this episode of Y&R, I enjoyed this episode, some parts. First of all, I mean, as far as this whole trial thing go, I agree with Michael. Like, I would not put Victoria and Nikki on that witness stand. That's like the worst thing you could possibly do. Due to the fact that Nikki told a story, Vicky told another story, both those stories conflicts. You know what I'm saying? Like, they both are conflicts. So I could definitely see why Michael wouldn't. They've already both told lies. So I would not put them on the stand. Like, that's the worst part. Because if you do that, that's guaranteeing a conviction. If you put the both of them on the stand, because he already know Christine will chew their asses up on that witness stand. He knows it. That's a guaranteed conviction. I would do my best to keep them off that stand, because Nikki sat there and told the cops, "I did it. I acted alone." Vicky told something that contradicted the whole damn thing. She claimed she didn't, that she met up with JT later that night, paid him off, or whatever the case may be. Um, and he left town or something like that. And then before, she said that she didn't even see JT that night. So y'all just sitting there telling all these different ass stories. I'm like, a jury would chew you up. They're gonna convict if y'all sit there and tell them stories. You're gonna get a conviction automatically. So I would definitely, as any good smart attorney, keep them off the stand. You know what I'm saying? Because I definitely agree with Michael. Phyllis is not a credible witness. She's definitely not. Even though, Phyllis, what pisses me off about Phyllis is if Nikki and Victoria and Sharon wanted to turn against her, they would have done it months ago. They would have done it a long time ago. They wouldn't have done it now. The only reason Nikki confessed was because she was not about to sit there and let Victor take the fall for something she did. She wasn't about to do that. Also, she managed to keep them out of her story. Even when the cops didn't believe her story, she stuck to her story that she acted alone. You know what I'm saying? Phyllis had to be the stupid one and sit there and confess everything just so that way she could save her own ass. You know what I mean? So I don't blame anybody for being pissed with her. Like, you threw everybody under the bus to protect you. And then she coming up with all these excuses talking about, oh, well, I'm pretty sure that, my testimony will help them and the judge will be lenient with them. No, that's not going to work out that way. It's not going to work out that way. The judge is not going to be lenient with them. Christine is not going to be lenient. First of all, she already don't like them because she already feels like they're privileged, and she's all about career, so there's no way she's going to be lenient on them. There's no way she's going to sit back and let a jury or a judge be lenient. She's going to push for a conviction. She's going to push for that prison time. Phyllis was all about herself, and I don't blame anybody for being pissed with her. Like, you threw them under the bus to save your own self. So I don't blame them for being upset. I would be the same freaking way. Because all these other people are sitting here trying to protect not only themselves, they're trying to protect you too, and you sat there and threw them under the bus when they never even said anything about you. They try to keep you out of it. You know what I mean? Like, Nikki was keeping all of them out of it. Even Sharon. Like, yeah, Sharon, in my opinion, was stupid for telling Ray the truth. But what worked in her favor was she was actually telling him the truth in hopes that not only he would protect her, she was trying to get him to protect all of them, not just her. So she wasn't acting out of self-preservation like Phyllis was. She wasn't throwing everybody under the bus to save herself. She was actually trying to save all of them by telling Ray, even though it was stupid. But what worked out in her favor also was Ray didn't have no proof of that conversation. Her whole confession could have been tossed out of court because, number one, he didn't have nothing recorded. It was basically he said, she said, because there was no witness to that conversation, so she could easily say that conversation never happened. Two, he had no right to even look at her phone bill because he was not there on official police business, nor did he have a warrant, nor did she give him permission to look at that phone bill. All of that could have got tossed out. All of it. Brittany was definitely right when she said that. All of that information could have got tossed quickly. If it wasn't for Phyllis running her big mouth, all of them would be at home right now. No problem. They would all be at home right now if it wasn't for Phyllis running her big ass mouth, trying to save herself. Um, my thing is about Sharon hiring Brittany as a lawyer, because Sharon definitely looked lonely because she saw Vicky and Nikki, they got the same attorney, they're sticking together, and she just felt lonely. The thing about it is, though, Sharon, I understand why she got her own attorney, but at the same time, I feel like she probably should have hired the same one as Nikki and Victoria. Mike should have represented all three of them because it's all the same case. You know, Brittany's arguing that the charges against Sharon are not exactly the same as the charges against Nikki and Victoria. Nikki's charge is probably a little bit different because she actually hit JT with the fireplace poker. But Victoria and Phyllis were facing the same charges that Sharon were facing. So they should have had the same attorney. Um, Seeing as how it's the same damn case. But I do feel bad for Sharon because she's trying to protect everyone. She's trying to protect herself, and it's hard, because she's worried about Mariah because she's pissed that her daughter had to be dragged into this nonsense. Now she's got to go on a witness stand and give her testimony. And Mariah's freaking out because she don't want to say anything on a witness stand that can get her mother convicted. So I feel bad for them because they're between a rock and a hard place right now. They don't know what to say, what to do. And on top of that, Sharon still wants to save, not only herself, but she wants to protect Nikki and Victoria as well. But being as how Brittany is her attorney, Brittany basically let her know, my obligation is to keep you out of prison and only you, which is true because that's her only client. Nikki and Victoria are not her client. So whatever she says that's against Nikki and Victoria, it's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not her client. So she can, kind of throw them under the bus if she wanted to. You know what I'm saying? That's not her clients. But, that's not really what Sharon wants. But we'll see how that play out. Victor was sitting up there the whole time Christine was talking to the jury and stuff, presenting her opening statement. Victor just kept jumping up, interfering, interrupting. And he, Christine sitting there telling the judge and the jury, well, Victor's proving my point because privileged people think that they're above the law. She's not technically wrong about that because there are a lot of wealthy people that think they are above the law. They think their money can buy their freedom and buy whatever they want. And she's trying to show the jury that they shouldn't let, the Newmans get away with this because they're rich and they're, influential and they're all these things, they're philanthropic and stuff. She's just basically using this case to prove a point and to help her career, obviously. Summer was getting on my damn nerves. Coming over there trying to plead her mother case to Nick, hoping that he'd change his mind and take her back. I'm like, no, Nick would be stupid to take her back. This chick threw his mother, sister, and ex-wife / the mother of his other children under the bus. Completely just threw them under the bus, got into the bus, and rolled all over them. Why would he take them back? Why would he take her back? For what? Like, that was the ultimate betrayal. Ultimate. And Summer need to just, I agree with Nick, be there to support your grandmother and your aunt. Like, I get she don't like Sharon or whatever, but you can at least support your aunt and your grandmother. Like, what your mother did could be the reason they go to prison. You know what I mean? Like, now is not the time to plead her case to your father, who's still very pissed off with good reason. I did like the fact that Jack and Billy, the Abbotts were there to support the Newmans and, let them know, like, we got your back, we here for you. Even Victor was appreciative of it, which was shocking because you know how Victor is. Victor don't like Jack got to say. He don't like nothing Jack got to say. But he was appreciative because right now is not the time for them to be fighting, bringing up old wounds, and, now is the time to rally with each other because at the end of the day, the Newmans and Abbotts are going to be connected for life. At the end of the day, they got children. Some of them got children together. So whether you like it or not, that's your fam too. I was wondering though, where the hell was Abby? Abby wasn't in the courtroom. Noah wasn't there. I'm surprised Noah didn't hop on a plane and come there. I hope Jabot and Newman Enterprises got good PR people. I really do, because Jabot gonna need it. First of all, your CEO was accused of being a part of this crime, plus she's a key witness. 2, you got Newman Enterprises' chief operating officer and board members, Nikki and Victoria, being held. So I'm pretty sure this is a PR nightmare for both companies. They definitely should have had Noah there, though. I'm surprised he wasn't there, but he'll probably show up later. So anyway, moving on from that. Mia. Mia and this fake ass pregnancy. Yeah, she is milking this for everything it's worth. Like, seriously. She hired a chick to pee on a pregnancy stick so that way it'll come out positive. So that way she could save herself from being arrested for attacking Lola. Um, Ray dumbass decided to keep her secret, which I think is very hypocritical of him, since he's so, you know, oh, I like to abide by the law. Um, but yet you were fast to throw Sharon ass under the bus when you sat there and manipulated her and told her you loved her just to get her to confess. Um, I mean, how long do Mia think that she gonna pull this shit off though? Like Ray's a very intuitive, smart person. You know, you're only gonna be able to put this pregnancy off, fake pregnancy. You're only gonna pull it off for so long. Like he might believe you in the beginning because you're not showing and it's still early. But what you gonna do in the next couple months? Because you're gonna have to start showing. What you gonna do? Run and steal a baby? Like, come on now. He's gonna get hip to this at some point. So Ray's stupid self decides, oh, I'm gonna keep the secret. I ain't gonna tell nobody that you attacked Lola. You know, the case is gonna go cold. They ain't got enough evidence anyway because you're not in the system. So, you know, the DNA from the earring ain't gonna pop up in the system because she's never been arrested before. I'm like, Ray, you just dumb. Sitting here believing her. I'm like, even if the pregnancy test came out positive, I would have made her take another one. Just to be on the safe side, hell, I would have made her take 5 or 6. All that little fake pee you got ain't gonna last forever. Shit. You probably used it all up on that one little test, so I'll make her take another one. When he was talking about having her take an ultrasound and stuff like that, she was all objecting and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, your little plan ain't gonna last too much longer. Um, so anyway, Kyle thought it'd be a good idea to do some type of interview or whatever with Mariah and GC Buzz or whatever because Lola needs a partial liver transplant. So he wants to put it out there and he wants to go global with it and let everybody know they should get tested and what to do and where they can go to get tested. I thought that was very nice of him because at the end of the day, the Abbotts, they have something that the Rosales family don't have. They have resources. They have contacts. They got everything. They got connections. They got the money. They got all the resources to help Lola, something that the Rosales family do not have and they're going to need. So I was actually glad Arturo was appreciative of what Kyle did, you know, because at the end of the day, you might not like him or whatever, but he did not attack your sister. And furthermore, he's going to the ends of the earth to try and help her. And he's willing to spare no expense to help her. So, you know, you really got to appreciate something like that because y'all clearly don't have the funds or the contacts or the resources to get this done. You know, so it's cool that, you know, he's starting to see Kyle in a different way and hopefully start to warm up to him more. And it was cool that he let Kyle, you know, finally see Lola and stuff like that. You know, hopefully she's not going to be in a coma for too long and she gets a donor. I wouldn't be surprised if Mia or somebody was a match. Mia probably. I don't think Kyle got tested yet. I don't think he did. But it wouldn't surprise me if somebody like that was a match. It really wouldn't shock me at all, to be totally honest. So anyway, this was a pretty good episode. I don't know why Nick was sitting there asking Michael, "Oh, what's the chances of Nikki and Victoria getting released or whatever?" The chances are not good, Nick. I mean, they got video of them rolling up the body, like all type of shit. They got video of them putting the body in the trunk. I'm like, they got all type of stuff. But the only thing that kind of works in their favor though is they don't have the body of JT. So who's to say he's actually dead? You know what I mean? But that video and stuff, and plus Mariah's testimony and Phyllis's testimony, I mean, it's gonna hurt them. So, I mean, it's like a 50-50 kind of thing, especially when you're dealing with a jury. There's no guaranteed outcome on this. But anyway, this is a pretty good episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about it. I will see you all later. Peace.